Are you tired of this face yet? All right. Yes, I'm filming back to back to back because I realized that I did not film my Wendy Darling Wednesday prior to filming for my Friday the 13th video. And my Friday the 13th video was going to be rather different than it is right now. But let's just get into it. All right, my darlings, welcome back to my channel. I am wearing the Sagittarius look that you saw in the last two videos. This video is not about my makeup. This is about Friday the 13th and what I did on Friday the 13th. I was going to film my tattoo adventure. However, the angle that I was at was very difficult for me to film. It was loud in there. I was planning on putting music over it anyway. I just couldn't get a good angle without being awkward and without screwing up my tattoo. I try to get a tattoo for every Friday the 13th. 13 is one of my lucky numbers. I don't know how or why or when. It just always kept popping up and I was like, okay, I hear you loud and clear. And 4 is also a lucky number of mine. And so yeah, I have a thing with 13 and now I have 6 number 13s tattooed on me. So I saw a post on Facebook that said $13 piercings and $13 tattoos, basically the size of a quarter. When I got there, there was like 6 people in front of me. And I think 3 or 4 of the people were getting tattoos and 2 of them were getting piercings or something like that. I don't remember. But there was a little bit of a wait. I expected that. I'm just glad that I came when I did because I'm sure it was crazy into the evening. So I worked 9 to 2, got off at 2, headed straight to Clan of the Red Claw, and, you know, went in, hung out. Now, I've had this cough for a little while, right? So I'm really highly sensitive to cigarette smoke. I don't like the smell of it. I don't like smelling like it. When I smell it, like, it makes me where I cannot breathe. And so I have an allergy to it, but I tolerate it. Like, I'll be around. Like, if we're outside, I'm at a party, someone fires up a cigarette, I'm going to go the opposite direction. Whenever, like, people would smoke weed around me, or when I would smoke weed, it wouldn't do that to me. But whenever anyone would light up a cigarette, it would just be immediate, like, okay, I gotta go. I can't breathe. I can't stand that. So everybody who worked there and everybody who worked next door, literally almost everybody that I saw, smoked. And so they would go right outside the door and smoke and come back in. They were cash only. So I went into the place next door at the ATM. The whole place smelled like smoke. And so I went in there, and from being in there 2 seconds, like, I was already smelling like smoke. I came back out of there and I went to the tattoo shop next door. And again, I could smell it all through the building is like permeated in it. So that kind of like, I was like, great, I'm going to be smelling this for hours. So wasn't a big deal to me. Like, I knew going in there, because most tattoo places I've ever been to, they always have someone who works there. Most tattoo artists that I know of, they all either come in smelling like smoke, or they smoke, you know, they go out for a cigarette, they come back in, they smell like it. It's not a new thing. It's not something I'm like knocking. I'm just setting the scene for you guys. So I already had this cough, right? And then I started coughing more and started coughing more and started coughing more. And that started a headache. So I started getting a headache right before I was about to get tattooed and pierced. Fun, right? We did the tattoo first. So I'm talking to her and I'm like, fun fact, I wanted to get a tattoo from you back in like September. So I was a witness to a wreck, and this guy was also a witness, and he thought, I guess I was dressed in my uniform from Sephora and colored hair, tattoos. He thought I was a tattoo artist. And so he was like, you know, telling me about this tattoo artist at Clan of the Red Claw and that I look just like her, blah, 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 blah. So I look her up and I like her work. So I'm like, okay, I want to get a tattoo from her. Well, I saw on the post, I saw she was going to be there. So I was like, I'm going, I want her to do my tattoo. So I get there and she's up doing my tattoo and my piercing, and I'm telling her about the story. And I'm like, fun fact, you were on maternity leave, but that's when I found you. Like, I wanted to get a tattoo from you like in September, and you've been on maternity leave, so I'm so glad you're here, blah, blah, blah. So we neither one think we look alike. So I was like, the guy saw a white girl with tattoos and colored hair. We don't all look alike, dude. So anyway, so I was like, are you willing to do like a little bit of a bigger tattoo? I'm willing to pay, and she's like, yeah, because there was nobody behind me after that. There was another lady in there. She was getting a tattoo from another guy, and there was a guy in there getting a tattoo from the other guy that was in there, and then I was with her. And so there was nobody else waiting. So she's like, yeah, sure, no problem. I'm one of those people that I have a critique with every tattoo I get. I have issues with every single tattoo I have. But at the same time, like, I love them. Like, I love them, but at the same time, I have a critique for every single one of them. Let me know in the comments below if you're like that, because I feel like, you know, it's only permanent. So it's like, if you're not 100% with it, like, you don't know until it's done if it's going to be 100% what you're wanting or what you're liking. You can only look at the picture so long, or you can only look at how it's viewed on your arm for so long. Like, you can visualize it, how it's going to be, but it's not going to be the same thing. Unless you come in, you bring them what exactly you want, they draw it down and stick it on your arm, and then you still don't know how they're going to tattoo it. She asked if she could do some stars and some dots, and I was like, yeah, go right ahead. Yeah, that's perfect. That's kind of like what I want, you know? And it's not that I dislike it, but I like it a lot better today than I did when I first looked at the pictures of it. Because it was wrapped right afterwards. I took pictures, it was wrapped, and then I started looking at the picture. And so, like, I have complaints about every tattoo that I have, like every little issue that I have with tattoos. I pick things apart. Let me tell you about this piercing, y'all. Okay. I've had this spot pierced like 4 times, I think. And the spot has never closed up. The back has closed up, but not the top. So I would be able to get something in halfway, but the back was sealed shut. So she had to re-pierce through scar tissue. And I've had it re-pierced through scar tissue before. And so this is probably, I think, either the 3rd or the 4th time. I don't recall. I don't know how many times I've had it done. More than twice. But I'm never taking this damn thing out again, I'll tell you that. That hurt worse than the tattoo, okay? Going through that much scar tissue, oh, I mean. So anyway, I'm going to quit talking about that, but I have a little green stud in there. It wasn't my choice. She just picked a random one because she's like, these are all the stuff I have. This is what, basically you're getting what you're getting. It was a $13 piercing. So normally I think they're like $40 to $50 or something like that. So I definitely got a steal with this one. So let's talk about my tattoo. Well, first, I'm going to show you my other 13s. My very first 13 is this one. I got this one done in 2007. I actually drew this one. It didn't look like this, but once I got on my neck, it was completely different from how I drew it. I immediately hated it. It's grown on me. Now I forget that it's even there. Eventually, I probably want to get it maybe touched up or just altered a bit to look better and more like what I wanted it to be than what it is. So, moving on. My second one is this one right here. It's basically a slit wrist with bloody 13. And people have commented that that is a very insensitive tattoo. It's my body, you know. It is what it is. I have a chick with bleeding eyes on it, okay? Come on. So yeah, this is pretty much a scar. Pretty much a sewn scar with the bloody 13 dripping. And I got that one February of 2013, I think. So yeah, there was a gap between the time I got this one and the next Friday the 13th. So I think this one was 2013, I want to say. Yeah, 2013. So then there was one in I got that one done February, and there was one in March, and there was one in November. So the one I got in March is this one. It's a little owl. It's a little owl with a Roman numeral 13. And I got that one done March of 2013. And then November 2013, I got my pumpkin. And if you can see, you can't see, but I got my pumpkin. This one was not going to go on this arm at first, but this whole arm is going to be Halloween eventually, and I'm going to have more pumpkins around the area. So this one right here is the 13 on this one, and it wasn't actually supposed to be a Friday the 13th tattoo. It became a Friday the 13th tattoo when I told her to put a 13 in it. I got it done October 2017. Yeah, October 2017. I got it done. I got this one done. And then that's my 5th one, and here is my 6th one. It's a cluster of purple crystals with stars and spots, and in the green smoke is the like negative space is the 13. It's in an awkward spot, but I had this like triangular space here that I wanted to fill. So this is the tattoo that I just got, and it is still fresh. It's still, I have lotion on it now, right now. But yeah, this is my new tattoo. And I have issues with all of my tattoos, okay? So like none of my tattoos, every single one of my tattoos has like either a story or something that I don't like about it. So there's things I don't like about this one, but you never know what it's going to fully come out with until it's done. So it is what it is. It's permanent. Obviously I can't change anything. But yeah, I love it. I love it. It's mine, you know, and eventually my whole arm is going to be done. Both my full arms are going to be done. My tops of my hands are going to be done. My fingers are going to be done. If you don't like tattoos on women, or if you don't like tattoos in general, you can keep your comments to yourself, because I don't care. This is me, and I love tattoos, and I'm going to continue to get tattoos, and I'm going to continue to talk about them on my channel. So after I get, you know, after I'm doing the tattoo, you know, between like her like pausing to get another color or whatever, I'm coughing. I'm like leaning over, I'm like hacking, you know. So then headache's starting to get worse. Finally, we get through with the tattoo, wrap it up, everything. We do the piercing. My eye, of course, gushed. If you've never had a nose piercing, your eyes automatically just gush water. I mean, it's a trigger. So my eye automatically gushed. So I'm sitting at the table. I've got tears running down my face, and my head immediately starts throbbing. And it's on this side. And so every time I cough, I mean, it was horrible. So of course I'm downtown. I have a half-hour drive before I get home. I'm driving by and I see my husband's leaving work. And I'm like, hey, meet me at the vape shop, because I was going to pick his juice up. But I didn't know which one he wanted. I didn't want to get the wrong one. He told me, but I was like, meet me at the vape shop. Come on. Because I had the main card. And so I was like, just meet me at the vape shop. So we met at the vape shop. And of course, I'm dying. All right. My head's hurting. My nose is throbbing. My arm is throbbing. I'm tired. I'd been at work since 9 that morning. Got up at like 8 in the morning, and I had barely had any sleep. So I was already exhausted. And then I paid someone to hurt me. So we get the juice. He heads home. I had to go pick up the pizzas that we ordered. So I'm like, I need something to drink. I'm dying. So I stop by Sonic. I get a soda, because I'm like, I need a freaking soda to try and knock some of this out of my head. Didn't even touch it. So I grab something to eat from Sonic as I'm waiting for the pizzas, and eat that. Didn't even touch it. I go drive up the road to Dollar General. I had to go get the soap for my arm. Pounding headache, driving me nuts. So I get over there, pick up the pizzas. All I could smell was cigarette smoke and pizza, and I was just nauseous all the way home. And then my freaking head was pounding. Excedrin migraine immediately as soon as I walked in the door. Then I proceeded to eat almost all of my pizza. So I finally was feeling better, and then started coughing again, and it brought my headache back. So I had a good time, but man, I had a bad time. So if you guys get Friday the 13th tattoos, let me know in the comments below. If this is the first time that you are seeing my face, my name is Wendy. I make a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and this one was going to be different, but here we are. It wasn't going to be a talkie video. I was going to show you me getting a tattoo and all that fun stuff, but that didn't work out. Sometimes the best plans just don't happen, and I needed to put a video up for today, so here we are. But anyway, guys, I hope that you're doing well. I'd love to have you as part of the Darling Makeup family. If you don't know, I call myself Wendy Darling on a lot of platforms. Darling Makeup is my freelance company. If you look up Wendy in baby books, it says first seen in Peter Pan. And when I was a kid, that was like referenced all the time. Peter Pan, Wendy Darling. It just kind of stuck with me. And, you know, Peter Pan is awesome. So Wendy Darling kind of just stuck, and I have people who still call me Wendy Darling, so that's where Darling Makeup came from, and that's why my channel is Wendy Darling, and that's why I say this is the Darling Makeup fam, because you guys are my family. You're my virtual family. A lot of you are people I know in real life, or I talk to you on the internet, so thank you for being here. If you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe. I would love to have you as part of the Darling Makeup family, and hit that notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload a new video, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!